G'day, my name's Pete, and in this YouTube I'm going to tell you how to get to the Spirit of Tasmania, Tasmania's ferry between Devonport and Geelong by bus.
The Spirit of Tasmania, very close to the centre of Devonport, but for the fact that there is water separating Devonport to the Spirit of Tasmania terminal. Can't walk on water, you can swim, wouldn't recommend it, and this is how close it is. The railway line. And there we go, we just span around. Novotel, the intercity bus stop is at the western end of the Novotel there, at the top, as you can see, so it's very close to the intercity bus route from Hobart, Launceston to Devonport. However,
unless you pay for a hard to get expensive taxi, you are stuck. Solution is to get a bus.
So to get to the Spirit of Tasmania, simply catch route 175 East Devonport. Here it arrives right now.
Stop C is the one you have to go to in the Rorke Street bus station. If you are catching the intercity bus from Hobart to Devonport, I'll tell you about that later, you get off at stop A, walk 100 metres to get to stop C. I had a very careful look at the Spirit of Tasmania website and there was no information telling me how to actually get from the middle of Devonport to the Spirit of Tasmania terminal. The information just wasn't there, and please do correct me if I've got that wrong, anyone. Now, then I rang up their call centre, and again, they could not tell me how to get to their terminal from the middle of Devonport, other than suggesting a taxi. I then rang up the taxi company, but I found I could not get through to their call centre despite trying 3 or 4 times. So the bus is the most reliable. Let's have a look at the route. We're going down through Torquay Road on our way to Thomas Street, where we alight. We get off at Thomas Street and we walk. The distance is not far, about 550 metres. And to the Spirit of Tasmania terminal. Now, if you're catching a bus from Hobart, you get on there, you go to Launceston, you change services there. It's the same bus, by the way, they just changed drivers. It's very easy, and you get to Devonport at the intercity stop. Let's have a look at some statistics. It's 8 kilometres on this bus route from Devonport to East Devonport. As the crow flies from Devonport, it's only 500 metres. It takes about 16 minutes. If you do enjoy this video, please consider giving me a like and subscribing to Tasmanian Bus Journeys if you haven't already. I'll be very grateful if you do. Okay, we leave Rorke Street, and here you see the distance between stop C. You can see the Spirit in the background if you look very carefully, and to the intercity stop at stop A. Novotel in the background, we head down to the Mersey River and we see our very first glimpse of the Spirit of Tasmania. There it is, it's pretty close, and that provides a wonderful overnight trip to Geelong. Now you can see the cement train in the foreground. Across the Mersey River we go. Oh, it's always nice. It's just a pity that the route over to East Devonport's a little bit circuitous, but in the scheme of things, it does not take a long time. Only quarter of an hour. Yeah, come on, that's pretty good. The bus service goes up a hill to serve a residential area in Torquay Road. Now, the brilliant thing about this is you get some really nice views. Here we are looking southward. So for sure, this bus route is a little slower than getting a taxi, but it makes up for the fact it's a highly consistent service. We turn into East Devonport, we're coming into the shopping area precinct. We get off the bus in Thomas Street, it's also near East Devonport Primary School. Now let's have a look at the exact way to get to the ferry terminal. I mentioned it's about a 7 to 8 minute walk. We get off at the stop. We turn left into Wright Street. There's some shops there you can stop at, then right into Murray Street, stopping at the Spirit of Tasmania terminus. When I shot this YouTube, I didn't have heavy bags to pull, but the paths and surfaces there are quite okay. There's a bakery on the way, there's a newsagent, plenty to look at, nice houses. I turn right into Murray Street, there's a few more shops there if you need them, cafes, and we can soon see the Spirit of Tasmania in the distance. We cross the road and we head on down. Oh, there's some Tesla charging points. That's handy if you've got a EV. And here we are. We're approaching the terminus. It looks a little quiet. To be honest, we are here a little bit early. There's some sliding doors to go through.
No smoking, no pets, no smoking. No entry, but here it is, the Spirit of Tasmania Lounge. So if you are arriving in Tasmania off the Spirit of Tasmania in Devonport, then simply go back down to Thomas Street as I showed you previously there. There's the bus stop opposite, and there is a bus shelter there. It's a bit rudimentary, but it certainly keeps the rain away and it's quite comfortable. The bus services here are really reliable. They stick to timetables really well, and the bus drivers are good. The buses are good, so worth a go. Let's do the vital statistics. Now, the service, Devonport to East Devonport, route 175. The service goes hourly from Devonport and runs quite a fair number of hours as well. Going the other way, by the time you disembark from the Spirit of Tasmania in the morning, you might not have enough time to get the 6:40, but you can grab yourself a cuppa and get the 7:33 bus. Now, on Saturdays, hourly service again. They don't start quite so early. Now Sundays, a little bit more problematic. You've got a 2-hourly service yet. If you're patient, it still does work rather nicely. Now the super thing about this are the fares. Okay, you don't have to book. These are metropolitan services. Plenty of room on the buses. Cash fares for an adult, only $1.70. Concession fare one way, only $1.20. Gee. That's not bad. Cash is also and FPOS are both available on board the bus, so that's really, really easy. You can also get a 20% discount if you want it. You have to have a Transport Me smart card from the bus operator Kinetic prior to get that discount. Now I'm going to try and explain the trip from Hobart to Devonport. Colour coded. The grey ones mean there's quite a lot of waiting time or requires an overnight stop in Devonport. The red ones means the connections are missed. So the ones in heavy bold are the ones I would recommend you catch. There is a good service, and here I'm talking about evening sailings, which is the sailing which happens throughout the year. The combined transit time from Hobart is about 6 hours, give or take. Reiterating then, get the 10 o'clock service from Hobart. If you're at Devonport, get the 11:25 on weekdays. Weekends, the service leaves Hobart 9:30, Devonport 8:50 in the morning. Takes about 6 hours to travel between Hobart and Devonport. Okay, and the fare for that combined fare, $28.10 if you're an adult, and concession fares, this is 2 fares together, $14.40. Okay, further information from Kinetic. I hope this has been useful for you, and I look forward to showing you another YouTube about Tasmanian buses very soon. Leaving you with a snap of a happy customer who's just got off the bus and is about to get on the Spirit of Tasmania, the wonderful ferry link between Devonport in Tasmania and Geelong in Victoria. Nothing beats a nighttime sailing cruising up the Mersey River.